freezing black of space, Apollo 12 astronaut Alan Bin witnessed the moon bleeding light into the void. He watched glowing particles sail off into nothing, escaping from the lunar surface itself. For 57 years, his testimony remained locked away. Then, in May 2026, the Pentagon ripped open the vault. 162 classified documents. Decades of military incident reports. Apollo transcripts sealed since 1969. All of it, suddenly public. The question isn't what these pilots and astronauts actually saw hidden in the dark. It's why the government waited this long to let us look. If the idea that our government has been sitting on decades of unexplained phenomena, objects defying physics, moving without propulsion, appearing from thin air, bends your reality as much as it does mine, let me know in the comments. Subscribe because what you're about to hear will force you to question everything you think you know about what's sharing our skies. The official story was always the same: unidentified anomalous phenomena, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, was rare. Unexplained. Insignificant. But that changed on November 14, 2004. Commander David Fravor pushed his Navy fighter jet towards something impossible rising above the Pacific. A smooth, white object. 40 feet long. Shaped like a tic-tac. Featureless. As he descended to investigate, the object mirrored his exact trajectory. Not matching. Mirroring. Then it accelerated. No sonic boom. Speeds that shattered everything we know about physics. The second wave arrived with targeting cameras. FLIR infrared. Advanced military-grade sensors that don't lie. They captured what Fravor saw. The weapons system officer locked eyes on the screen, desperate to bring evidence home. What they recorded only deepened the mystery. Because the sightings didn't stop. Between 2014 and 2015, pilots off the East Coast documented identical objects. In 2019, the USS Omaha's cameras caught something spherical. Flying fast. Impossibly fast. Then it descended. Straight into the ocean. No splash. No deceleration. It simply entered the water as if obeying no laws at all. The 2021 intelligence report was explicit: military pilots were encountering craft moving at extreme velocities, breaking the sound barrier without producing sonic booms, executing maneuvers that would liquefy human bodies, operating with absolutely no discernible propulsion system. These flight characteristics would pulverize any known human aircraft. Experts demanded answers. Some called them sensor glitches, optical illusions, parallax errors, the brain playing tricks on itself. Others whispered about rival nations. Russia, China, advanced drones testing American defenses. The 2024 military report offered the safe conclusion: no definitive evidence of extraterrestrial life. Yet the sightings mounted. February 2026. President Donald Trump issued an executive order. Not a request. A directive. Federal agencies, Defense, NASA, the FBI, were given one command: unseal everything. Unidentified aerial phenomenon records. Extraterrestrial materials. All of it. Public release. No redactions. On May 8, 2026, the Department of War launched what they called PURSUE, the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Encounters. The files came like an avalanche. 162 documents. Spanning 81 years. From 1945 to the present. Military incident reports. Intelligence files. Civilian eyewitness accounts. Cold War paranoia. Modern-day encounters. All of it, suddenly accessible. The government admitted something they'd never admitted before: these are entirely unresolved cases. They have no explanation. But the files revealed something the public wasn't supposed to know. The phenomenon wasn't just in the skies. It wasn't just in the oceans. It was rising from the ground. Back to 1957. Cold War paranoia. An FBI interrogation room. A man sat across from federal agents. He described an impossible machine. Not a distant light. Not a blur on radar. A massive circular vehicle. Lifting directly from the Earth. Terrestrial launch. Unknown origin. The FBI sealed that interview. Kept it locked for nearly 70 years. Why? What were they protecting us from? Fast forward to September and October 2023. Multiple United States citizens reported something worse. Hovering metallic objects. But these weren't flying through our airspace. Witnesses claimed they materialized from nowhere, tearing reality open with blinding flashes of light. The sky empty one moment. A metallic anomaly simply existing the next. No propulsion. No trajectory. Just instant presence. One moment the laws of physics apply. The next moment, they don't. But the most disturbing evidence wasn't terrestrial. It was lunar. When Apollo 12 launched in 1969, it was humanity's triumph. Alan Bin became one of the few to walk the moon. According to the declassified pursued transcripts, Bin witnessed something that should have destroyed our understanding of reality. Inexplicable flashes. Glowing particles he described as escaping the moon. Not reflecting starlight. Not camera artifacts. Particles sailing into the void as if the lunar surface was releasing them. He was not alone. Buzz Aldrin on Apollo 11 reported a bright light trailing their craft. The crew called it a laser. But it was nothing documented. Nothing explained. Apollo 17 astronauts saw flashes so intense they resembled 4th of July fireworks detonating in the black of space. Even earlier, Gemini 7 in 1965 tracked a massive bogey shadowed by trillions of anomalous particles. The Pentagon officially released these documents. They admitted they represent unresolved mysteries. They have absolutely no answers. The phenomenon does not stalk military fighter jets alone. It exists in the deepest, most isolated environments humanity has ever reached. It was on the moon. It was watching us then. And according to the Pursue database, it never stopped. When the government finally handed the ultimate truth to the public, the response wasn't universal celebration. The response was fractured, divided, terrified. Many lawmakers declared victory. Representatives who had spent years crusading for transparency celebrated the disclosure as a historic first step. The shadow government was surrendering its secrets. Humanity was finally being prepared for the reality of unidentified anomalous phenomena. But one prominent political voice looked at the exact same files and saw something else entirely. Former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't celebrate. She didn't praise transparency. Instead, she looked at the newly released military footage, physics-defying metallic orbs, glowing particles escaping the lunar surface, oval-shaped objects streaking across the Middle East, and called it a complete distraction. A psychological operation. A calculated lie. Her argument was surgical. While the masses were hypnotized by newly released footage of objects defying physics, the government was blinding citizens to the very real, immediate crises tearing the nation apart. Crushing domestic price affordability. Terrifying escalation of war in Iran. Economic collapse happening right in front of us. Greene took to social media. Her message was single, devastating. I'm so sick of the look at the shiny object propaganda. This creates a paralyzing cognitive dissonance. On one hand, the Department of War is officially admitting it lacks the data to explain these anomalies. It's releasing them as authentic, entirely unresolved mysteries. Objects that shatter known laws of physics. operating in our skies, in our oceans, on the moon, defying everything we thought we understood about reality. On the other hand, Green's warning forces a darker question: what if the shadow government isn't revealing these files to expose cosmic truth? What if they're dangling a glittering, high-tech illusion to ensure we don't look at something catastrophic? If the existence of unknown, physics-defying craft is merely a convenient shiny object deployed by the state, then the reality they're trying to hide must be truly apocalyptic. Because here's what the Pursue files actually prove: the government has been lying. Not about whether the phenomena are real, the classified military footage confirms that. They've been lying about how long they've known, how widespread it is, what it means. Alan Bean's testimony wasn't a recent discovery. It was there in 1969. The military pilot's encounters weren't surprises. They were documented in real time. The government knew. They have always known. The only question that matters now is why they waited until 2026 to tell us. Are we finally being prepared for the ultimate truth about our place in the universe? Or is the public being fed a weaponized distraction while the actual architecture of human civilization collapses? The files are public now. The footage exists. The transcripts are unsealed. But the true motives of the Pentagon remain buried in the dark. So the real question isn't whether you believe the anomalies in the Pursue database are real. It's whether you believe the motives of the politicians and the military who suddenly want you to look at them. And if you find that contradiction as mind-bending as I do, let me know what you think in the comments. Because this is only the beginning. The files are open. The truth is fragmenting. And the story we're about to uncover will redefine everything.